Good evening, everyone, and a warm welcome to WLF Career Coaching Program Masterclass number 8. My name is Riya Dadhich, and I'm delighted to be your host for this session today. It's always inspiring to see the growing energy of the community, a space where women professionals from different backgrounds come together to learn, grow, transform their careers. Today's session continues that journey with a powerful leadership focused masterclass. I'm so delighted about it. Okay. We truly extend our heartfelt gratitude, first of all, before we thank our sector knowledge partners. I would like to extend gratitude to our founder and chairperson, Ms. Momita Chakraborty, for envisioning and initiating on WLF Global Career Coaching Program, a truly transformative platform empowering individuals across the world to enhance the leadership, communication, and career development skills. Your vision, dedication, and constant encouragement continue to inspire us all, including me. Um, and we grow beyond boundaries. Through this initiative, we are supporting countless inspiring professionals and are finding this the right direction, purpose, and confidence to lead with impact. Uh, Thank you so much. A heartfelt gratitude to our founder and chairperson, Ms. Momita Chakraborty. Moving forward to our sector knowledge partners, I am thankful for Destinia Tours and Travels India, European Tourism and Events Training Academy Malta, Marcelino Munoz Foundation Mexico, Gandhi Mandela Foundation Latin America, WLF Directorate of Human Rights Mexico. Coming to this next slide, we have our topic mentioned, that is redefining leadership, women's expectation, and the future of career growth. So today we are exploring a topic that is incredibly relevant in 2025 and beyond. So workplaces, as we all know, the workplaces are changing, leadership is evolving, and women's are today more demanding, more authentic, more inclusion, and find the more meaningful career path. And to guide us through this important conversation, we have a truly accomplished global coach with us, Miss Maria Elena Ahedo.
Hi everyone. I am so happy to be with you.
Yeah. Before we begin, I want to take a moment to acknowledge the amazing lineup of WLF coaches who has been the part of this program. Each coach represent a unique blend of experience, leadership, global perspective. So these masterclass are not just lectures, but they are life experiences shared by the people who have lived through challenges, breakthroughs, and leadership journeys themselves. Their guidance has been shaping the careers and confidence of so many participants. So we thank all our coaches. Moving forward to our program overview. So, the WLF Career Coaching Program is designed with one mission to help women unlock their career potential with clarity, confidence, and right mentorship. Through this program, we aim to provide the industry insight, leadership skill building, personal personal development, and real and practical strategies to move forward in your career. Whether you're a student, early career professional, or someone transiting into the leadership role, this program is crafted to support you at every stage. These are the program highlights. So here are some of the key highlights of the program that we focus on: developing the strong leadership mindset, building communication skills, understanding the global career trends, and learning from the experts who have worked across the continent. So, every session is curated with a deep thought, ensuring you walk away with actionable takeaways and not just the motivation. And today's masterclass is no such exception. These are the topics, as you can see from the list of the masterclass topics. This program, sorry, yeah. This program is extremely diverse and future focused. From, as you can see on the screen, from entrepreneurship in tourism management to medical tourism, from communication to strategic leadership, we have covered a wide range of topics till date. And each topic helps the women understand their strength, expand their thinking, build a multi-dimensional career vision. And today we are adding another one into the important list: the changing expectation from the leadership in the modern workplace. Yes, now let's formally introduce our coach for today, Miss Maria Elena Ahedo. She brings decades of global experience in leadership development, motivation, and diversity advocacy. Maria is the founding member of Provocative, a firm dedicated to driving transformation for companies, individual across the Europe, North America, Latin America. She is an executive coach, facilitator, professor, board member, and a strong advocate of authentic leadership. She is certified in multiple behavioral and leadership methodologies, including Google's hashtag I am remarkable program at the platinum tier, which speaks volume about her commitment to helping people recognize their worth. Beyond her professional achievement, she is someone who deeply believes in balance, joy, creativity. She enjoys the family time, movies, dancing, exercise, and even scrapbooking. Proof that leadership is not just about work, but also about living the life. As you can see, here are the details once again. Coach is Miss Maria Elena Ahido. Topic is We Are Redefining Leadership, Women's Expectations, and the Future of Career Growth. We are privileged to have her with us today. This session is designed to challenge the conventional thinking, help you understand the new leadership landscape, and reflect on what women really expect from their careers today. With that, let's begin. Maria Elena, the screen is all yours.
Thank you so much for this wonderful presentation. Thank you, everybody, for taking the time to be here. I know that for all of us, we are doing an extra, and I appreciate that, really. So I'm going to start sharing my presentation, if you let me. Okay, it's here. Wonderful. Let me see. Okay, so I hope that everyone see and the presentation. If it's okay, please do your fingers. Okay, yeah, wonderful. And well, everyone, so good evening, good morning. I am so excited to be here. For me, is this is an special workshop really because as you have seen, one of my passions is to work with people. To work, no matter if your gender, your country, your culture, nobody who you are. I really love to work with you and to be with you trying to find yourself, because we are here to grow. Every one of us want to be better, want better things, to be a better human. So that's the reason of our team purpose. So please let comfortable during this session. I want you to apply something very important that I say that is the rule of the Vegas, okay? So in Las Vegas, everyone, when they are enjoying the time, they say that all happen in Las Vegas, stay in Las Vegas. So I want you to do the same here. And really, you have to be in a secure space. Please, everything that you want to share with us, it will help you. It will help to every one of us because we learn from what you say, we learn from the experience, and that's the real knowledge. So please feel free. And now I'm going to start. I really hope that you enjoy this and you get some tips to better your life. So here we are going to talk about the Global Career Coaching Program. And we are going to talk specifically redefining leadership, women expectation, and the future of the career growth. So what we are going to do is to try to understand a little more about what is happening in these times and how we can do a better job and how we can serve better to the others. And well, so this is me. I had the presentation and now we are going to start. So taking this time, I love to start my presentation making some time for give thanks. And obviously, this is in the line of the time. This is a specific moment, the present, how we are enjoying to be together. And I want to thank you. I want to thank life for this opportunity. And I want you to see in yourself a light. I want you to see a light between your eyes. And this light, every moment will be growing inside you. And I want you to feel that light in you because that light is your dream. That light is your inspiration in the life that you are working on. So when you have this intention in yourself and you feel this is one of the first steps to grow. And talking about this moment, no matter your gender, it's important for us to feel us and to have this passion inside of us because that's the purpose of our work. This is the purpose of our lives. So, well, now I'm going to start. We are going to have here in the agenda some important items. These items, I love to talk about many things about what is happening in the world, how we are confronting the new way of thinking, how we have to analyze with our own individual leadership style, how to get better results. Because we are in a world that we know perfectly the relations importance. So we have to see ourselves first, to go deeper with us, and then to start doing best relation and help people to grow. So if we are talking about leadership, we have to better us each day and help the others to grow. That's the intention of this. So, well, I'm going to start with this, with the global context, then the new challenge, how to manage these relationships. And we are going to have individual dynamics that I hope that you feel your emotion and you find yourself in another way. So what I am telling you is that we need to start with us to make the change in the world. So, well, now we have to have this global context, right? So the global context here is to know the new version where we are living. And the reality is that we are living in a connected world like we are here. That's lovely. And we have more responsibility of our words, our actions, our what we are doing like a humans. Talking about this, so we are getting in touch with two, technology and the humans. And we, all of us talk about the artificial intelligence, IA, and I know that it's confronting us, our minds, and trying to understand how to use it, how to think in that way. And we have to, I would like to motivate you that even you are and everyone have to learn how to use the IA. It's very important to maintain the human side. This is the differentiation in our operational jobs with the IA. So as we know, so all companies have growth. Everyone has in a minute this possibility to grow. And how we used to see the past is now here. And we know that tomorrow will be a new thing. And that's what we have to understand, that we are constantly changing. But now the velocity of the change is incomprehension. So we have to understand that the things that we see today in the night or in the morning, they are changing. That's the important thing. It's not a long time that is going to change. It's changing right now. So that's the important thing that we have to understand. And we have to understand that there are things that are out of our control. So we have to be very clear that there are another important global things that are impacting to our results or to our missions or purpose in our jobs. So it's important to consider, because the first thing that I want you to notice is that your feelings are very important, that we have to maintain exactly empathy vision of the world, but in the other side, we have to be focused on ourselves and in our emotions to be more conscious of our behaviors. So that's what we have to do. And talking about that, that's why I love to do this presentation in the beginning, because it gives us conscious. It gives us conscious that it's not me. We are living in a world that is changing, and it's not necessary. We are not judging if it's good or if not. We are just trying to understand how I can be better here. And that's the reason that we are talking about this. So I told it's a new revolution, obviously, with all we are living in the digital transformation. I don't know if you have listened about this acrostic, and this acrostic is so useful because it gives us a global context. And as a leaders, and more important, we have to know what is happening in the world. And there is here a study. In this study, they found that there is these two words that describe what is happening. And what is happening is that the world and us are living in this moment that is fragile, anxious, not linear, and incomprehensible. Fragile, in the other words, it's retics. It's like retics. And here, what I want you to understand is that the most important here is to understand what happens in our lives. I'm sorry. I have to. Let me give me a minute. Thank you. Well, I'm going to explain you, but yeah, I'm so sorry. It doesn't let me. Let me see. No, it doesn't want. But well, I'm going to just see the image. I'm going to, without this, and just see the image, and I'm going to explain yourself. Okay. This is the transformation that we are talking about. And obviously, our mindset is trying to understand what's happening today. In these days, our mindset, they have to catch a lot of information in a few minutes, and we have to process it. So the responsibility of our lives, like talking about leadership, is to know that all of these situations or actions that are happening have important results in our objectives and in our daily lives. So if we consider these words, we are going to have an integral context. That's what is happening. Sometimes we see the things and the problems in a way, but the reality is that we have to understand that how we see it, we don't know how to resolve it. We don't know what to do with the situation. And what we have to do is to consider these four words to make proposals. So they give us an integral context, and we can consider effects, and when we consider the consequences of this, what we are going to do with our decisions, we are more conscious. And considering this, it's a better way to make a strategy. And to make a strategy is to create a new vision of how we are going to give a solution or to propose a solution that impact all the people that is around us. This is I'm going to send you this, and you can listen in your own language or even in English. I'm so sorry I didn't change it. But it's very important to understand these four words because it gives us a different context of how to apply it. And in a resume, what we are doing is that what's happening today, we have to think the unthinkable The change that is so fast, things change before answer the capacity and the cause sensation. It make us, is giving us inside of us feelings, and it also impact in our way of thinking. So I love to put this for, as you can see, you can do it in your house if you have a paper. We can share with you this document, this page. But what is important is to understand how we are going to, the solution that we are proposing, and how we transform what is happening. So the breathing situation, that everything is so breathing, so fragile, and it breaks. So if you have a system in a company, now and then it's very easy to break the system. That's what happened with this kind of things. So we have to create resistance and to come back, to confront this situation. All of people is anxious, okay? So how can we give a solution being more empathy, okay? And things that we know the consequences, like when you throw something in the sea, you know, and you know the consequences of the water of the sea, that's no linear. So the consequences just don't impact the people around you. As we are taking more conscious, the consequences go to all the world. So we have to be clear, like a human, we think that we are just in our city, but maybe our way of thinking have to be changed, and we have to be more resistance, empathy, more adaptabilities, and we have to know that the intuition, the transparent, and we have to understand that the consequence of what we have lived in the last 5 years about COVID and all these kind of things, we are now living things that, or doing things that we don't understand about ourselves. That's the deeper thing that we have to start working with us. But it implies a lot of things, but principally, as a leader in this career that you are creating, you have to innovate in your life. But innovate in your lives means a transformation in our mindset. So it's not easy to know who we are, to know the deeper where our way of thinking comes, and we have to understand it to change. And innovation is to let new things in our lives. So innovate is to make new things and to change in this faster way of thinking. That's innovate, and our mindset is not used to do that. So that's what I want you to try to see in this new way of leadership. So our competition, the world, how we're changing, finding new things, the relations are changing, and we have to understand that we are not alone. As a leaders, we have to start thinking in a team, to start doing thinking together with one proposal team. And that's the differentiation of the relation. So successful is not easy. We will have good days, bad days, you know. So, but it depends on every one of us. We are taking decisions every day. So as we are taking decisions every day, we have to be more conscious about who we are. And we are transforming ourselves. I love this image, but really as a humans, we have that differentiation of another human lives. We can take decisions. We can do better lives with these decisions. And I invite you in these metaphors that we live like a human, finding the best of yourselves. So be prepared. That's the thing. We have to prepare ourselves. That's what we are here. And we have to strong our mindset. So this world requires better people, better mindsets, better humans. And that's why you are here. And you are as a leader, so you have the responsibility to share with other people around you, to impact other people. And you have to define how you are going to do it. Because we know that each one of us is different. Each one of us has our own perspective of the world or of the situation. And here is where you have to catch yourself, what you are doing and how you are doing to make some change every day. It's not because you are doing wrong. It's just because you can do better. Always there is a space to be better. And this is where we start. What is your own strategy becoming in this transformation? I'm going to share you one of my favorite leaders, and he is Simon Sinek. Simon Sinek is an American boy, but really he has worked the human side. He's worried about changing the world, putting the man in the center. Consider humans in the centers, how we understand the people. We know that we have interest in the world, of course. Companies have another interest, of course. But the worries make up us. So this is the important leadership today. And I'm going to share this little short, this is a short time, like TikToks, but I love to put this and I hope that you enjoy it.
Leadership is not a right. Leadership is not a position. Leadership is a decision. Leadership is a choice. It has nothing to do with your position in the organization. If you decide to look after the person to the left of you and look after the person to the right of you, you have become a leader.
I love that. So that's what we have to start changing. And as a woman, talking about the future of the gender, I love to, no matter who you are, no matter the differences, we are humans. But now I'm going to talk a little more of what's happening with us in women, talking about the women leadership. And we are confronting some bias, and with all the respect that religions or culture or difference that we have in the world, everyone will have the possibility to see themselves. And that's the important thing, to discover the strong thing that you have inside you and to see that the differences that we have in our workplace, for example, we can change it, being more conscious and start talking in a new way. And little by little, help the other to grow, to obtain different things. But the different things have to be always thinking in the person, in what the person needs. So we know that it's very complicated. Discrimination happens because different language, in the workplace. We can talk about culture, all age nowadays, and it's important to be conscious that which is your way of thinking, that we are talking about that in the next minute. And you have to realize the consequence of your way of thinking. And if you catch yourself in a bias or doing something, so we are affecting another lives. And as a leader, I have to be conscious to stop this and to make the transformation we are looking for. So we have invisible barriers, and it don't help us to have this equity that we are looking. Diversity and equity start changing our way of talking and our behaviors, changing our behaviors, and that we are going to do today to realize what maybe I can be doing and what maybe I can change. So disruptive leadership for a sustainable and agile growth. Obviously, you have to do something different. You have to see from where you are, what you can start differently to do that help others to grow and to change this invisible bias that is stopping us. In Mexico, we call, and maybe you have listened about the crystal roof, and we have to cross this one to start thinking in a new way. So we have to understand the world where we are today. We are living this moment in that line of the time, and we are exploring new way of behaviors and thinking And we have to materialize. To do that, it have to be real. It's not a way just be talking. We have to action. We have to do things. This is Brené Brown. This is the number one TED Talk girl. She is an investigation. I invite you also to look for her. And Brené Brown is the girl who finds the vulnerability like the key to change the world. Because when you feel comfortable about what is happening about you and you don't feel just, and you understand also like a human that sometimes you have difficult feelings, you are angry, you are tired, you explode, and maybe when you are exploding, you have to apologize. It's not the others. You are not a mistake, and you have to accept yourself and to transform it. But as inside of us, we are angry, we are anxious, we are with these all preoccupations that we have in our minds, and it makes us to have difficult behaviors. And if you have these moments, I invite you to realize what is happening and to stop it and to change the picture and the story that you are telling to yourself. But what I want to focus here, we are going to do this. We can stop doing the things in the same way. We have to be disruptive. We have to find new way of thinking in our lives and be very conscious where we live and how we are going to do this. So recognizing, I want you to make this exercise first. This exercise is because we have discovered there is a movement in the world, as you see that I am, that the name is I Am Remarkable. And the girls who start this movement, global movement, they discovered the importance of the self-promotion. And to understand this, how we can start this change that we are talking about, with this little exercise, we can find something in ourselves. So I invite you to have a paper, or if you can write these ideas, but I want you to share with us. We're going to talk about self-promotion. Self-promotion is not easy to talk about this. We feel very strange we are talking about us. Maybe tell me if you are with your fingers, if you have experienced these feelings that I am not good if I am start talking about me. So this is very complicated. And I don't understand because I am helping others. I don't know why I have to talk about myself if I am helping the others to grow. But it's important to start talking about ourselves. So this exercise, I hope that helped you. The first question that I would like to ask you is, why do you think it's important to recognize our achievements? Talking about this, what do you think? If you want to write in the chat, if you want to talk and express yourself, please, this is your space, feel free. We have some comments, right? In the chat. I don't see the chat if they write something.
So as just mentioned, Maria, it is self-motivation mainly. That is what we are expecting. Self-motivation becomes to move forward in your career or into your self-promotion whatsoever. So that is most important. That's what I feel.
Okay, thank you. So exactly what is happening here is that we feel uncomfortable sometimes talking about me. And I invite you to talk to you in a mirror to start practicing, because this is a new ability, okay? And why is it important? I'm going to share with you. First thing, we have two important impacts. The first one is that it will help to yourself to feel more confident, to feel like, oh my God, so I am talking about something that I had the possibility to finish, to do it, to give a result, something good in my life happened. So I can share it, and it helped me to feel very good with myself, okay? So it's with you, the situation. Then, because maybe the others listen to you, okay? And maybe you can be an inspiration. maybe you can do that the others want to be with you, like want to be as you are. So you inspire, you move people if you talk about what you are doing. Yesterday, I was talking about this class, and they are not here, obviously, because I told you the difference of the time, our time, but they really say, wow, I would like, I love it. So the people start moving the mindset and they want new things, okay? So it is good for you, it is good for your company or your place of work also, and it's good because you motivate others. So the impact is so deeper and we don't see it. That's important to start talking about our achievements. You can start little by little, you know, it's a muscle that you will start practicing. And this muscle, you can start in your with your family, with a close friend, with your couple, with your boss, if you have that relation good, because the idea is that you have conversation that the humans, the 82% of the humans, we don't do that. Our bosses or our couples, they don't know what we are doing. They don't know all the efforts that we do to obtain this, that we did, sorry, to obtain this. So that's important to start talking about my achievements, okay? But we have this bias. An example, talking about gender, we come from different situations. As you see, the 55% of colored women, what happened is that they are more judgment than the others, okay? In a 55%. And we have to change this. We have to do something. And compare with the 39 with all the women in the world and the 28 of the men. That's a reality that we have to start talking in the new leadership. We are living in a global movement. We know that we are connected and we can do this according with all the respect that the differences of our cultures and religion have. Okay? So we are not talking about that. We are talking as humans, what we are looking to transform. And our leadership, like men or women, no matter, we have to transform our conversations. So speak up less or create a higher bar for sharing your achievements. It's like I told you, the 50%, one of two have this kind of conversation. So please help me to do one little exercise with yourself. Write in this moment 3 important goals or 4 that you have had during your life. No matter if it was your childhood, if it was when you go to kinder or high school, or no matter if it was the last week, no matter the size of the objective, the achievement, no matter. It can be little things in your life. Little things count. Little things transform ourselves. We start with little things. So,
Ms. Marie, sorry yes. to interfere. I think Ms. Jivita Priya has some question. She has raised.
Sorry, Maria. Thank you, Riya, for that. I just wanted to quickly add, probably it's the right time is what I was thinking. Maybe it will help for the audience as well. Maria, you were mentioning that 80% of the human, which what we practice, right? And also we have a conversation with your own, whether it is your family member or your own husband or whatsoever. We do the practice, we be comfortable. When it comes to the leaders, some of them might get interested, some of them, they might not get interested in whatever, whenever we try to talk or whenever we try to do the self-promotion with them. And, or even if it is an empathetic conversation, people are not interested in whenever any women talk about, right? So how do you approach that? This was actually came to my mind when you actually told us to practice and all that. So few thoughts about that, Maria. Thank you.
No, Judith, it's fine. Thank you. I will appreciate if you your volume a little more high, please, in the next participation. What I think is what we are going to do now. I have here a recommendation, but please do this exercise, okay? And I want you, have you finished? Right. Now, the second exercise is a group exercise, okay? And this group exercise, can you share, Judita, what you write, one thing or two? But first, you do it. Please say, express when you do it. Say, I am remarkable because. Okay? So, or I am wonderful, I am fabulous, I don't know your word. And you have to stay in a comfort position with, with no this way. You have your woman, no, like Wonder Woman position, like that. With that strong, you have to be. So share with us, please.
Yeah. So I'll start.
Yeah. Tell me something. Tell me one thing or two.
Okay. So I'm wonderful. I'm remarkable. I'm fabulous.
Okay. Why?
So
An
it's
achievement.
because being more empathetic, being more open-minded to the counterparts, your peers, and being a good trainer for them whenever the need is required. So I'm being a first step, and I will be the first person to help them to understand what is needed for their career growth, as well as if they need some sort of training, definitely I would be the first person to help with.
Applause, Yvita. That's right. So you're recognizing yourself. And share with us, please, how do you feel to express this? How do you feel?
I'm feeling so happy when by himself, by doing this
Exactly.
exercise for sure. Yeah.
So if you start writing, you will find one thing and another thing and another thing and another one, and you realize that you have get a lot of achievements in your life, and you feel more confident to go for more. That's what happened. That's what happened when we are doing this. But in the world, we come from this kind of exercise that talking about me, no, I prefer tell me more about you. But we have to change little by little, practicing with the mirror. Okay? So practice with the mirror, give you a high five, and start talking, because this is the first step to transform who we are, recognizing us. Okay? It's not about I am the best. No. This is truly love. This is on love, so we are trying to love more ourselves. So this is one step to start creating more confidence and self-love. Okay? I think that it's one of the ways. Anyone would like to share with us this exercise that like you did that?
Thank you, Maria.
Okay, so go. I'm going to the next one. Yeah, go. Let's go. There is another one.
No, I was just asking if anyone wants to do it.
Yes, do it. And when I do it, I used to put little, with yourself music, and you can start taking this meditation time with yourself. And what happened? We are looking at innovation leader. We are looking to transform things, but we don't give us the time to reflect, to take us the time to, and we live in this fast move, thinking in production, and we don't stop. How can I be more productive? How can I be more productive? And we don't stop ourselves. But when you stop and start doing this kind of exercise, you realize how to change yourself another way. That's what happens. Okay, taking as a leader time of reflection, it's one of the things that we are talking about. What we can do about this, I'm going to talk later, but the principle is that it makes us to be visible. We have to start working in our visibility in the place of work. It's not responsibility of our boss. It's not responsibility of our team. It's our responsibility to work visibility, to get opportunities, to grow. It's not easy. I know it's very difficult because we are confronting ideas, bias, and this bias have been with us for years, and we feel comfortable. So I in this kind of exercise and in this kind of new leadership, that if you don't start thinking in a different way, respecting, as I'm telling you, no matter religion or culture, it's just starting what you have to do in that moment. And being disruptive and being a better leader implies to get this new way of work with yourself, okay? So recognizing these achievements, cross this bias, cross the crystal roof, you know, cross everything. It's amazing, really. Well, so what, imagine like a leaders today and like a woman leaders, the world, what is requesting for us? We have the world in our hands. We know that we can change the world because if we talk, we are 51% of the world in women, talking about women. So we have a lot of chairs. We have a lot of opportunities of growing. It's not one chair like 35 years ago. 2 chairs. No, we have 6 chairs. From of 10 chairs, we have 6 chairs for women in the future. So we have to be prepared and we have to own ourselves. So there are a lot of new skills that we have to start growing or to start practicing. Why? Because it makes us better. And what is important is the person who you are creating. You have to create a vision. Which professional you want, what kind of professional would you like to be, okay? This is the important thing. And then you have to work in all the skills that you will require. It's not easy, but it's very important to think in this new way. So the only thing that you need, okay, to be working, it's better skills, you know, and strengthen your mindset. So talking about this, define your moment. What is successful for you and work for this? And as we know, we have to work in these principles: authenticity, self-awareness, drive a new way of solutions, curiosity, analytical, open mindset, present, adaptability. But the only way when you are according to the question that you did, Tivita, that you have to create new conversations. Your bias makes you see you in a situation. You have to change that situation to change how you see it. So you have to make conversation that create visibility. And to us, okay, to us in that space, the is not to put the problem, is to give a solution. When we are talking and confronting this new way of thinking, we have to ask for the space and the opportunity, no permission. We can ask for the opportunity and to questions like, how will you see if we do this? Do you think that it's possible to change this and see what happens? May I see the problem in, can I understand that situation? I don't catch it. I don't get it. Help me to understand what do you want to do in that way. So making different questions, making a deeper conversation will make us to change this kind of visibility and opportunity for us. This is one way, okay? You are not judging, but you are making intelligent questions. You are going deeper. And that's the conversation that we have to create in our workspaces. If we don't create deeper conversation in how you don't feel good, no, it's not bad. It's because you are confronting your mindset and finding new way of thinking. That's what we have to do. So when we are talking about authenticity and self-awareness, it's crucial for us to look for this. Create leaders to combine drive and curiosity, okay? Critical thinking and adaptability. This is one of the things, Jivita, that we are going to have as a result, but we have to work talking about this difficult and confrontational sometimes conversation. And these conversations, when we start saying the uncomfortable words, or we have this situation that I don't want to incommodate you, okay? But we have to accommodate. We have to start thinking in the comfort zone. We have to get out of the comfort zone. But when you start working with you, it's like magic. You start feeling more confident and you get more opportunities and your visibility is there, okay? So I think that these takeaways that you are watching here, that you can read, the authenticity, what the other result is great leaders that drive that curiosity, okay? Open mindset is not easy, and adaptability. So we have to go for that. So leadership is start growing with us. I love to being intentional about where you are going. And in this new leadership, we can talk about of the new, way of thinking, persons. But the most important is that we are here in an equally world. That we have to look that like Stephen said the last Sunday, diversity and inclusion. He put the example of the party. I invite you to the party, but also I invite you to dance. And now I invite you to change that. You can start dancing by yourself. And when you invite the other, you can explain them that you are teaching them to dance, that you are going to walk with them to dance, okay? And you are going to show them how to not ask permission, how to look the space for dance. Yes, so the responsibility is for us. Each one of us has that responsibility. So ultimately, I love this. Individuals with a strong self-leadership skill can make greater contributions to the world, have a more significant impact, and reach higher levels of productivity for your organization. Talking productivity about what you are looking for to get the results you are looking for, not to work a lot. It's no workaholic, like we say. It's just to create our own strategy to get what you are looking for. Is that what you want is different what I want, or what we need to do is everyone to be authentic in your leadership. It's what we have to do. So it's very important to grow this. We have to start doing things to give the hand to the other woman, to make them to like a mentor, like a coach, to help them to be in position of C, okay? High levels, we have to give that opportunity to our sisters. It's not that we're not working with the men. Yes, of course. They are so important in our lives, but we have to start giving these opportunities, okay? And these opportunities, no matter if you have a family, no matter, we have to look little by little to start growing in these kind of positions to take decisions. Because what happens in the world is that a woman take a decision if it's now a number that 35 of the companies that have a woman in high positions, they are companies with more competitive skills and with more empathy survivors, is more empathy, and there is more security spaces in the company. So please, this is our tips. Practice, track your achievements weekly. Talk with your friends, with your family, with your boss, little by little. Remarkable Wednesday, you can do one day to talk about you. Set obviously out of the comfort zone and attribute ideas correctly to the others, acknowledge accomplishment, seek to understand and examine your bias. You have to understand what can be good for the others. If not is good for the others, why is not a good reason there? We are helping, and this is here a perspective principles. Obviously, we have to confront this. One or other maybe is out of our reach, but we have to start doing this, okay? It depends on you. Always give an answer to the person, be visible and be close for the person, positive life plan, good and bad things spread, define what you focus on, control your emotions, reflect, and focus on the big picture. I think that always the plan, we can change the plans, but the objective is the same, okay? And we have to be constant when how we are doing this. And well, we have a lot of tips of self-leadership. It's important to feel fulfilled with yourself and to respond to these difficult situations. It's not difficult, change your mind. It's just a challenge. It's just that there are new ways to give solutions. It's being aware of how your behaviors are and your emotions, obviously, control our emotion and to listen our emotion and the others. Intuitive leadership is very important now, okay? We have to be intuitive, what is happening, what is leaving the other person, how is the situation, and we can change this in giving solutions. So your individual objectives, how you are going to do it, little steps, but actionable steps. With yourself, remember, that's what I think that will change the new career world leaderships. And as a woman, I give you, how do you say, I trust in what we are doing. I see the vision of the woman leadership, the benefits, the new results, and how we can change with our vision of woman the world. So I believe in us, believe in yourself, work that self-love, and that's what I wanted to share with you. Okay, so I open the space to questions, more deeper questions.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Maria, for that incredible, inspiring, and thought-provoking session. You reminded us that leadership begins with curiosity, grows through experience, and matures through service. We'll now open the floor for questions. If you have something you would like to share or ask, feel free to raise your hand or type in the chat. We would love to hear you.
Thank you so much, Maria. I would like to take this opportunity when people are waiting for the Q&A round to thank you for the wonderful insights. Everybody got so much of insights from you today. At the same time, we learned a lot, and the ideas you have shared were really, really helpful. And I guess each one of us learned something new.
Thanks to you, Momita, for this opportunity to be around you. Thank you, Momita.
Thank you, Maria, for those powerful insights. I'm sure everyone has gained a new perspective on and also on their own growth journey. We have a lot of questions in the chat box. Mikhail mentioned that absolutely great session. I'll definitely implement the things learned here. Thank you so much. And we have a question from Ghanshyam Patil. It says, thank you for the wonderful session. My question is, who do you look up to for inspiration or mentorship?
Okay, who I as you see, I will, for example, always pay attention in the people who is around me, and the networking let me find people like Momita and this kind of organizations. And what I look is persons who are open to give, to listen how they can give a hand to the other, thinking in a common goodness. So what I look is transparency. I look for example, I love work with women, but if I don't feel comfortable, if I don't feel appreciated, I don't feel that they open and their attention, empathy, and democratic leadership is not possible to grow together. So what I look in a leadership style is just that. We are no, everyone is the same person. No one is more than the other or less than the other. that's the most important for me, to receive that message, to see that we are talking in a friendly and democratic space. That kind of leadership, I love it.
We have, I think, Jivita raised their hand.
No, Riya, I didn't.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Okay. We have more questions in the chat box, which is Ivone Lopez has mentioned a lot of things to apply to make decisions as a leaders. These will be oriented to the good way.
That's right.
Thank you everyone for the thoughtful questions, and thank you, Maria, for your generosity in answering each one with such a depth. We are now moving the closing segment of today's masterclass. Before we conclude, I would like to take a moment to appreciate today's session. We discussed not just about leadership, but also about the future of leadership through the lens of women's expectation, authenticity, inclusion, and purpose. Maria, thank you so much for sharing your experience, wisdom, and your time with us today. Your insights have added the immense value to this community. And to all the participants as well, thank you for showing up with curiosity and openness. We hope today's session helped you take one more confident step in your leadership journey.
Thank you so much, Maria. I truly appreciate your efforts, your insights, and for taking time out early in the morning and joining us and enlightening us with your thoughtful insights. Thank you so much, Maria.
Thanks to everyone for taking the space and this opportunity, Monica, and all the team, obviously. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful night. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Riya, Jivita, all the participants, Rick, thank you so much for the smooth transition and the entire successful session. See you next week. Have a great night. Have a great day ahead. Goodbye.